Tracking a DMV first warn day for heat as we go into your Wednesday forecast in a moment.
Plus, 3 years after a D.C. man's sudden death.
We knew there was no way that this was a suicide.
His family gets the update they've insisted on all along.
This moment in history calls for our collective strength.
All eyes on the NATO Summit in Washington. What to expect for your commute tomorrow as we hear President Biden give remarks in the midst of swirling campaign concerns. And could your child have to give up their cell phone at school? Hear the plan Virginia's governor is ordering for public schools next year.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
You are taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol tonight. Another hot day in the books. And while we're expecting a few storms tomorrow, the sweltering heat is sticking around. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan. All right, let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb with her forecast. And Janessa, hopefully this heat wave won't be sticking around a whole lot longer.
We have until Friday. I have to be the bearer of bad news, and it's only going to be a 24-hour span where we have temperatures back into the 80s. And then more heat builds. And so our weather team tries to keep you informed days ahead. And unfortunately, folks, we have another heat advisory that's going to go into place tomorrow afternoon, starting at noon, with a possibility of an excessive heat warning going into place. That's why I've already issued a DMV first warn day for your Wednesday. On top of all this heat that we're tracking, we do have storms as well. Current heat index, you have that wall of humidity the moment you walk out. 102 at the 9 o'clock hour, feeling like over 100 degrees out towards Loudoun County. It's a little bit better for southern Maryland, upper 90s. I see you, Martinsburg, 88. Dew points, they continue to rise. Just in the last hour, we jumped up from the 60s to 70s. That is tropical air that we typically see in areas like the Deep South. So the advisory for tonight has expired. This one is going into your Wednesday, where all of the DMV, Kaiser, Cumberland, you are now involved in that advisory as well. Hour by hour, Chris, this is a tough morning. I've been telling people you got to get up, get going. But by 9 o'clock tomorrow, we have many spots already touching 90 degrees. And so your early morning commute is still dealing with big time heat concerns. On top of that, our weather team is tracking some severe weather for tomorrow. I have that full forecast. It's coming up.
All right, we'll see you then, Janessa. Thanks. With it being so hot out, many people are actually not eating and drinking outside at restaurants and bars in D.C., and that is having a big impact on business. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg live tonight on 14th Street near R Street Northwest. And Daniel, a lot of people really made a beeline for air conditioning today.
Well, Chris, yet another day of temperatures that feel like more than 100 degrees. So here at Jane, it was pretty packed inside, but here where they had some outdoor seating earlier, not so much. DC summers are known to be humid, but this week is on another level.
Insanely hot. Overall, stepping outside from the air conditioning, you could obviously tell it's not the best out here.
Warren Small is a host and server at Jane, a small bar on 14th Street, where inside people are taking advantage of the cocktails, of course, but the air conditioning too.
I work remote, so I don't have to go outside very much, and luckily this is not too far of a walk, but I will be staying inside and hunkering down.
Some customers decided to go elsewhere because outdoor seating was the only option, but not these two guys.
We came to just grab a drink from Jane, but they were all full inside, so it's, a little hot out, but isn't too bad in the shade.
We try to accompany as many people as we can, but obviously that's not easy, given the size of our space, but then also when people do have the option of outside, it's miserable for them overall.
Because of that, business isn't as good this week as it could be. And that's evident up and down 14th, with empty tables and other restaurants telling us they've seen less customers wanting to sweat it out outside.
I'm sure that's not great, but can't really control it, right?
As you heard Janessa say, there is pretty much only that 24-hour period where there might be some more people sitting outside. Luckily, when it gets later in the day, it gets a little bit cooler. You get this breeze here, so hopefully these businesses will have business pick back up. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
We'll take whatever we can get. Daniel, thanks. All right, if you rent in the district and your lease includes air conditioning, the landlord is required by law Keep your home at least 15 degrees cooler than the temperature outside. Now, if your landlord refuses, you can call this number right here on your screen. It'll direct you to the D.C. Attorney General's mediation hotline. The AG's office says they respond to every complaint that they get. The three-day NATO Summit kicked off in Washington today. Now, much of the focus is on supporting Ukraine in its war against Russia. But there are concerns about the presidential election that are also in play. President Biden is trying to put his best foot forward to keep the focus off himself and on the summit at hand. He gave a speech tonight welcoming world leaders here to the nation's capital and expressing the importance of the NATO alliance.
It's a pleasure to host you in this milestone year, to look back with pride at all we've achieved and look ahead to our shared future with strength and with resolve. Together, we rebuild Europe from the ruins of war, held high the torch of liberty during long decades of the Cold War.
We will hear much more on what was discussed on day one coming up in our next half hour. We're also talking to a political expert about why you, as an American, should care. And get used to traffic trouble downtown until the summit ends on Thursday. Roads and sidewalks are fenced off around the Convention Center, Mellon Auditorium, and of course the White House. And Metro trains are bypassing the Mount Vernon Square station until Friday morning at 5. The Federal Triangle station is closed today but will reopen tomorrow. If you must drive, give yourself a lot of extra time. Kaya Sooner lives in Upper Northwest and learned that the hard way.
Took me probably 30-45 minutes to get down here, which is why I'm now filling up my tank. So
how long does it normally take you?
15-20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad today.
Cars and pedestrians may have to go through security screenings in areas surrounding that summit. In the district, a twist in a 3-year death investigation in D.C. Officials are now ruling the death of a 26-year-old man as a homicide. Police say Zachary Freeling was shot in his home back in 2021. At that time, officials ruling his death as undetermined. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone spoke with his family tonight, and they say this is a major milestone in their nephew's case.
Yeah, Chris, Freeling's family has been adamant since his death that this was a homicide, not a suicide or an accident. They spent the last nearly 3 years investigating on their own and pushing D.C. officials to keep investigating. They say this change is a first step towards justice for Zach.
He was handsome. He was very loving. He had a joy for life.
But that life was cut short. On October 18, 2021, D.C. police responded to this home on Quincy Place Northeast. Inside, 26-year-old Zachary Freeling was dead, shot one time in the chest.
It was a nightmare.
Initially, Issa Freeling and Bruce Weiss, Zach's aunt and uncle, say the case was handled as a suicide, a notion they disputed from the start.
Anybody who knew Zach, anybody who loved Zach knew this was not even a possibility.
Zach's brother and father died by suicide. His mother passed after a battle with cancer. But they say Zach was determined to make something of himself.
There was a history of suicide in the family. That doesn't mean he committed suicide.
Homicide detectives were brought in. Still, Zach's manner of death was labeled as undetermined, a blow to the family.
What we did not want was for Zach's death certificate to say undetermined, because we felt that's a stain on Zach's legacy.
They began their own investigation, hiring a private investigator and staying in constant contact with D.C. officials. Now, more than 2.5 years later, an update in the case. Officials ruling it a homicide.
This was not his choice. Somebody took his life.
According to a spokesperson with the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, new forensic and ballistic testing led to the change. As for the person responsible, the family has this to say.
Confess that you just did it and go and do your time.
And Freeling was a graduate of Vanderbilt University and was running his own food truck when he was killed. The family tells me they believe they know who did this, but without the case being ruled a homicide, little could be done. So that has now changed. And Chris, D.C. police, they are offering a $25,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. In the studio, I'm Mariel Carbone, D.C. News Now.
All right, hopefully the family gets some answers. Mariel, thanks. Meanwhile, starting next year, the use of cell phones could be banned or limited in all public schools in Virginia. Governor Glenn Youngkin issued an executive order today. It directs the state's Department of Education to develop plans to adopt cell phone-free policies. Now, the department will come up with these plans with input from teachers, parents, students, and other leaders. Youngkin says the goal is for students to limit screen time for their mental health and learning. School districts are asked to adopt their own phone policies by January 1st. Now, some of our area school districts have already implemented cell phone restrictions, including Loudoun County, which did so last month.
It's a huge issue, not only in the classroom where they're always on their phones, but even in the halls, they're running into each other.
Now, we did reach out to some of our other school districts to see how they're responding. So far, Alexandria is saying the school board will address the topic in upcoming meetings and update the community on a path forward. Prince William County says they will need some time to interpret the impact of the order. Meanwhile, Virginia Senator Tim Kaine says in response, he's glad to see more action being taken on the state level. Well, scary moments for shoppers at the Manasses Mall today. 2 people were shot in the parking lot after a fight. DC News Now reporter Max Marcilla was there. Tonight he has the latest.
We've learned that the 2 people who were struck by bullets are expected to survive. One person was shot in the lower body, the other just a graze wound from a bullet. Police have detained a group of people and stopped a car. It's unclear if the shooter is among that group of people. Take a look at some of the footage we captured earlier here at Manasses Mall. This is just outside the food court area. Now, Prince William County police say right now they believe the fight started outside in this parking lot, though one witness we spoke with said the fight happened inside. Either way, as they work to investigate, the moments inside were described to us as scary and terrifying.
Well, when everyone saw us running, they just started running too. Yeah, like everyone started running into the stores.
There is still a police presence both outside and in, and restrictions for where people can go inside the mall. Reporting in Manasses, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, we have some good news for the Chesapeake Bay. It just earned its highest overall health score in 20 years. Using data from 2023, the University of Maryland Center for Environmental Science gave the Bay a C+. 2 years prior, received a C. The health of the Bay is a reflection of what's happening not just in our region, but across its 6-state watershed. Scientists who scored the Bay made a special note of Pennsylvania's efforts to block pollution from entering state waterways.
For many years, the Chesapeake restoration effort has been stalled. There's been some animosity, but that's not the case today. All the states are stepping up, and we're seeing a lot of progress.
Environmentalists say there's still a lot of work to do, but the report does show progress.